Okay, so we'll begin with this wardrobe, or I don't know, whatever it's called. Here I have like, this is basically where I have like most of my wires. And then here we have some of my stylus, and then also some chokers, as well as like some other like accessories, jewelry, and then like the rings, which, you know, I don't wear this anymore. And then here we have one of the other like headphones that I have, and then the ones that I usually use, and then a couple of vinyls that I have. You can see there, Manic Street Preachers, Nick Cave, The Cure. There's a lot of them, so I don't know if there's a point to be showing my vinyl collection, but let me know if you want. Now here, even though it seems simple, there's something inside. The booze and the fucking lotion. I took away the lotion, but basically, yeah, this is where I have absinthe, kind of luxury ones. They were expensive. Okay, just say, I'm just gonna say that. And then we have some cups. This is one of the absinthe cups, and then this is another one absinthe cup, and then some of the absinthe spoon. This is a Paris one, so you could put it like this, okay, and then put the sugar, which I also have, which there's almost none left, and then you pour. And then that's why I have this thing, because it, as you can see, there's holes in it, and it would be like dripping down onto it as I pour the absinthe. But I haven't bought any new absinthe, so, you know, I'm not really drinking it right now, so yeah. And right up top there's more lotion, and then one basically perfume that I have and use. The other ones are my mom's. So below there's nothing interesting. Here's my underwear, if you want to know, and my socks. But here we also have like a storage for like random cords and shit. And also we have here a PlayStation 2. As you can see, it's here because it's small and I don't use it as often. Here, as you can see, I have a David Bowie poster, The Man Who Fell to Earth. This is from this box set. I'm not gonna take it out, but yeah. And then we have here my bike and the old TV that I no longer use because I got my monitor, and it was not in mine in the first place. This came with the apartment, but fuck that shit. It has an awful quality. Now we're finally into like the most interesting area where I have most of my nerdy ass shit. So I suppose we should start with this shelf because it is the most interesting one. This is where I have my books. This is Nick Cave, Ham. This is something from Dutch Museum or whatever, and then another hymn. Actually, this is from Brussels Museum, whatever. And here is actually a huge ass book that I have where I write all my old poetry. I just want to register it there because I don't want to only have it on like computer and shit. So I want it to be here. Now, some of the books that I have: American Psycho, Frisk by Dennis Cooper, sorry, one of my favorite books. Some New Kind of Kick by Kate Congo Powers. Yeah. We'll get to Marilyn Manson later because I have more cringe to show. Nick Cave and the Aswan Angel. Nick Cave, Death of Bunny Romano, Nick Cave, Faith Hope, and I almost said garbage, but Carnage, Moby Dick, The Son of Fury, William Faulkner, Rainbow Rowell, Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and then there's 3 books from the Vampire Chronicles. The first one, then the one about Vampire Lestat, and then The Queen of the Dead. And then I also have the new book that I bought, Iron Widow, which I wanted to get for quite a long time. The new art books that I got: JoJo, Japanese, and we have a little cup, which I do use, but I just wanted to put it here for now. There's this stands as well. Nothing in there, but yeah, just wanted to put it here because it looks. And then we also have Frankie here, which I just put it here because there's a big ass box that they have. And then also, yeah, just why not? And as we go to the other part, there's also more boxes of dolls, which one of these is just regular Shadow High. Another one is this Donna the Dance, Claudine one, this Dracula one, and then this one, Donna the Dance of Frankie. And I put them here because I paid a lot of money for this, and to be fair, this and this as well. But this was the most expensive. Those were the most expensive ones for obvious reasons because they no longer sell them. So yeah. Now for this part, some like whatever like pencils I have. This is my diary, which I put into the book that my grandma had, and it's literally called Annual Notebook for a Teacher. But it's just huge, thick, and I can like put a lot of stuff in it. So yeah, so but that's basically what this whole corner is about, just like some notebooks and whatever shit. In the next one, I have more books, and they're in Russian. And this one is actually really interesting. This is the girl with the dragon tattoo, but this is the second part, and actually you can see that I almost finished it, but I still didn't finish it. This is the Hannibal one. This is just some shit that I just left. I like this bottle, so I got it here. And then this was also another like glass from the candle, and I just put this shit because I used to do these like rubber like bracelets and shit, and they're all like gonna break away. Also, I did that when I was a kid, by the way. And I just decided to leave them here because like where else am I gonna put them? So here for now. There's my unfinished like scarf, which I do want to finish, and underneath it there's another like big like notebook and another like notebook of shit, and here's like the pile of like memories and stuff, like some shit like, you know, like for example this Prodigy whatever sticker thing. I just saved it for these stamps. Like look at that. So there's like literally a schedule that I saved from my old job at McDonald's. Like these used to be my hours. Like brother help. And here is the most bizarre thing, but also maybe cool thing. There's lots of Monster High dolls. As you can see over there, there's more. Most likely is obviously like the newer ones. These are all the Monster High dolls like I bought. The other Monster High dolls I got when I was a kid. We're at this shelf where I have just mostly CDs and one JoJo manga. It's the only manga that I own. The only manga that I ever owned. Okay, so we have some random like this is that I got for free. Like somewhat random DJ like dance floor music, whatever. We have Billy Idol, Brian Eno, Britney, The Blackout, Birthday Party, Charlie XCX, of course, Brat, Cocteau Twins, some David Bowie stuff, and more David Bowie stuff. And then we have David Bowie Earthling Japanese edition, which is the only like Japanese edition CD that I have. We have Duffy, Einstürzende, another one. This is one of my favorite CDs, by the way. That it looks. I like the booklet, and yeah, this is just really good album. This is some gospel album that I got at a cheap price. I just found it in our stores. Grace Jones. Here's my hymn CDs collection, which is basically all of the albums. Then we have. It's another for cheap, and then some good like these little Joy Division CDs. Then we have Justin Timberlake, Kelly, Lady Gaga, and yes, this is all Marilyn Manson. To put it shortly, when I was 13, I got all of these CDs. I collected them. You know, was a huge Marilyn Manson fan. And right now, for obvious reasons, I'm not. But also just because genuinely, like, this album was a huge disappointment for me when I heard that. And that was even before like Marilyn Manson's allegations. So his music kind of died for me with this album. But also, it's not that bad that I'm listening to it. But yeah, this is why I have a lot of Marilyn Manson stuff. Miley Cyrus, Nick Cave, 9 Inch Nails, which I fuck with a lot. And then we have PG Harvey, Pythes, which is like some French band that I picked up a long time ago, and it's like their single, but I thought I was ordering an album, but this was just a single. So yeah, but it's pretty interesting band with pretty interesting artwork. Another of those cheap CDs I picked up, some soul, a Barry White, hello, Tina Turner, and the last thing here is Tron soundtrack, which I really liked. There's just this box from David Bowie CD, and here I have like some of these, whatever, like some shit, $1. Louis Louis and the News 4, the cassette, and some random Estonian cassettes with Statoil in it and still having crones on it. Like, that shit is old. Here's my CD player, which has him sticker on it. And then here I have some random batteries for that same CD player. And then there's some discs that I got when I bought Einstürzende CD. It's like some tracks on it. I haven't checked them out yet, but maybe I should, because they came with the Einstürzende for free. So yeah. Then here, there's nothing special. There's just this rose that my mom got, and those roses like can stay for a long time, so that's why they still haven't died. There's just some boxes here. There's iPad, which is fucked up now, I gotta admit, so I don't use it. Some of the cups that I have, which I want to DIY into some shit, some training things, shoe boxes. Actually, I have Demonia shoe box, but I'm not gonna take it out. But there's Demonias over there. The last corner of this whole thing, here we have a MIDI, which I do use. More dolls. Okay, but these are up front. These are like one of the best, I think, rainbow/shadow high dolls, and they're pretty good. They have a lot of hair, like a lot of hair. And here we have some Manic Street Preachers photo books. Okay. Then we have Nick Cave. Another Manic Street Preachers photo book. Comic book. This is one of my favorite ones. This looks really good. It's Batman, obviously, but just, man, look at these. Look at this art. It's like one of like famous graphic or grotesque kind of like painters. But like, you know, I forgot his name, but he's like really good. And yeah, I quite like this story and just the artwork. So I also have this little kind of like booklet design from Johnny, which, to be fair, I can't really show fully because there's some, you know, explicit images, but you know, I got it when I saw her in concert, so it was pretty cool. And here there's nothing special. There's just some knitting things, and then just some photo book. But yeah, this is my wardrobe. Yeah, there's nothing special about it. Mostly it's just black, a bit of blue, but actually the colored clothes, I don't even wear them. So, and then here we have some of my bags, and actually most of them are fucked except for the first one. And I want to fix them, but I don't know if I'm gonna or if it's gonna happen, but I guess we'll see. Before I show you my desk area and everything of that, I wanted to show my bed area. Here's the David Bowie poster that came from that Japanese CD, A Clockwork Orange. Just not a poster, just something I caught up from a magazine because they were showing Clockwork Orange. We have JoJo poster, so that they could watch me while I sleep, okay? I don't know why. It's just here, okay? Because I didn't have any space anymore for the posters, but it's actually a pretty good looking poster, I must say. Here, some plushies. One is lost in here, but yeah, there's some plushies that I have. Just here, they're like random cutouts and photos that I have of Blake Sabargel, and then like Grace Jones, Alia, and then Naomi Campbell, and there's some Francis Bacon artwork, Pete Burns, Dave Vanian. Like, I don't know, I just went crazy with that. But because my bed used to be in a different place, this was more on like display, but now it's like here because I have new desk. So, but yeah, I kind of went off with this one. Okay. Now here is another area where there's a lot of posters and a lot of stuff. The Carly poster that also came with the CD, Nick Cave poster, him poster, Johnny. This is a cutout from that same booklet that I have. David Bowie, Scarface. It came with a Blu-ray that I got. Lydia Lunch sticker, which I actually got from her herself because she gave it to me for free because I didn't have any money. Lady Gaga map of like the Liberty City from the GTA 4, and then here's a huge like this poster of hymns inspirations, and on the back side of this poster there's another one, Ville Valo half naked poster. But I gotta say, I just thought that this is, first of all, this is more interesting. And then I don't want to have like 2 half-naked Ville Valos in my goddamn room. That's just all I got. Just random shit that I put here, like the one that I use the most. The Vaseline lotion. There's some, like, this is a notebook that I use for writing all of the kind of films I watch. Okay? And on the other side, don't mind it, I have like all the music that I have listened to, or like all of the albums, and I write down like every day. So here's some Brad Couch. Here are all of the movies that I have. I have Blu-rays. I have even like VHS tape with Marilyn Manson, which I didn't want to get. I wanted to get a DVD, but I got it accidentally, you know, in DVD. But yeah, some of the other movies. One of my favorite movie is Fight Club, okay? I have nothing to apologize. And also, I really like the Dog Day Afternoon. That's a really good movie too. And also, Sunshine. That's a really good movie. There's a lot of movies that I have here that I really like, okay? So, yeah. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but this is what I have. Now here, we have all of the games. And I have some games for PC too. I have most of the Grand Theft Auto. Don't mind the Harry Potter, Shadow, The Sims, Siberia. Then there are the games for PC free, Bayonetta, another one, GTA, Liberty City, LA More, Little Big Planet, Red Dead Redemption. The Red Dead Redemption Undead, which is the newest game that I got. Test Drive Unlimited 2, which I really like. Okay, it's I don't know why I got Saints Row, but I have it. Then some Sonic. And this is one of my favorite games, okay? One of my beloved games with the best soundtrack ever in the game. Batman, Death Stranding, Detroit, just the regular things. And then I have Mafia. I recently played it. It's pretty good. The newest one, like this Sonic Generation, also really good. Red Dead Redemption. Man, which actually I got it, but I thought it would be better, and it's not as good. The newer like Wipeout. And then I have The Witcher, which is too difficult for me to play. And now the finale, my desk area. Here's a little bit of the posters again. Grand Theft Auto, and then him. The desk itself. Also, like, I can regulate the height, but I turn it off for now because I don't regulate it like all the time. And it has a lot of space, which I wanted to, because, you know, here's my desk, the monitor. This is where I can have. It's not exactly the most expensive mouse, just gotta say that. And like, for example, at the back of it, there's my speakers, so I needed a space for that. I also have my PlayStation, which I also needed a space for, and also space for my laptop over here. And here's the last small area. Here's my PC free. Here are just some things. It's just random, like there's nothing in those shelves except for like some random books and like my old sketchbook, for example, Japanese, I don't know, just some random shit.
One more song and it's over. But I'm not gonna tell you about JoJo. I'm not gonna tell you JoJo. I wanna tell you about it.